на сцене. Снова один, прогуляюсь без тени. Заливаю лик, поцелуй на шее. Как дома, правда назад, черный каскад.
Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Call Halal Yahweh Shemel Shah, Shem Rakakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, and much respect to the Yakim out there laboring in his work, and also to the believers scattered across the four corners of the earth, the hopefully elect at the USA. Shalom. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 34 and verse 1, and it reads, "The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools." Dreams lift up fools. And that's what's going to be the topic of this lesson, all right? Dreams lift up fools. People who are void of understanding. Because, in this ministry, you can have visions sent to you. You can have dreams of, you possibly being saved, from troops in Jacob's trouble. You're receiving spiritual powers, even to the point of where you get beamed up by chairs, all right, and saved from the missiles, which are good dreams to have, all right, because they boost your faith. But if you don't have understanding, then, these visions can cause you to become puffed up in your mind to the point of where you think that you justified before the Lord and that you're going to have a seat on the chairs simply because of a vision that you had, a year ago or 2 years ago, 2 months ago, whatever the time may be. And you'll feel like within yourself, I know the Lord gonna save me because he showed me in a vision, back then. So I know my Lord coming back to save me, and whatever cause you to do is to be complacent. It'll cause you to be complacent and settle, on your leads, and you putting your faith or your stock into a vision that is not even, solidified. It's ultimately gonna cause you to be overthrown, because that's a foolish way to think. All right. And you got people that think like that, all right? They base their faith off visions. And like I said before, the visions are good. And that's supposed to increase your faith, but not to the point of where you become complacent, all right? So again, verse 1, "The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools. Whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth at his shadow and followeth after the wind." Yeah, that's a very foolish thing to do. Imagine someone trying to catch a shadow. You can't do it. The shadow has no substance. And someone who is following after the wind. That's how foolish it is to put your stock into dreams. It's vain, man. You see? Verse 3, "The vision of dreams is a resemblance of one thing to another, and even as a likeness of a face to a face, of an unclean thing where can be cleansed, and from that thing which is false, where truth can come. Divinations and soothsayings and dreams are vain." Yeah, they're empty. And a dream could be true, but what are you going to do to solidify that dream being true? All right. It says, "In the heart fancieth as a woman's heart in travail. If they be not sent from the Most High in thy visitation, then set not thy heart or your mind upon them." Yeah, you should not constantly meditate on a dream that you had, and you like saying to yourself, I know I got a seat on the chairs no matter what I do, because the Lord showed me, all right, through a vision. A very foolish way to think, man. Verse 7, "For dreams have deceived many, and they have failed that put their trust in them." Yeah. Let's read it again. "For dreams have deceived many," not a few, but many, "and they have failed that put their trust in them." I don't put no stock in no dream. I can have a very vivid vision of me being beamed up or being saved from the missiles, but is that going to stop me from doing the will of the Lord? No, I'm not going to put my stock into that, because if I stop doing the work, or if I don't do the work, then I know that I won't be saved, because as it's written, "He that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved." All right, give diligence and make your calling and election sure. Okay, so you got to endure in this faith. And we know that faith without works is dead. And being complacent within this truth is a very dead mindset to be in. All right. So let's see. Verse 8, it says, "But the law shall be found perfect without lies." So this truth is perfect without lies. So following the instructions that are written okay, and making your call and election sure, all right, well, you're not going to go wrong. This is what's going to solidify that dream that you might have had, all right? And wisdom is perfection to a faithful mouth. A faithful mouth is talking about someone who was faithful to the doctrine, okay? So this is what you should be putting your stock into, what's written in the scriptures, and not a dream, even though the dream, could be true, all right? You can't be simple in the truth and base your salvation off a dream that you might have had, man. That's just straight foolishness. I do perceive people to do that, so that's why I'm putting this lesson out through the Spirit. Romans 2:13, for not the hearers of the law are just before the Most High. Okay, so just because you're hearing the prophets, all right, you're hearing the truth, but that's not going to make you just. It says, but doers of the law shall be justified. Actually doing and receiving the instructions and following after Yahweh Bashim Shai, all right, to the best of your abilities, this is what's going to make you justified. So not you receiving a vision, and sitting back and chilling is going to make you justified, all right? So faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. And this is pretty much what this is talking about. For the hearers of the law are not just before the Most High, but the doers of the law shall be justified. And if you're watching and hearing this law every day, okay, then what does the Lord require from you? It's for you to eat, spiritually eat, and digest this truth to the point where you become full, to where you can go and teach. If you're a man, all right? If you are a man. So 2 Timothy 2 and verse 1, all right, a good soldier of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, all right, which is true, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. These are instructions, okay? So you are to eat this roll and commit the same to faithful men who believe in the doctrine, so that they may be able to teach others also. That's a chain of command. That's a domino effect, all right? It's as simple as that, all right? So, with that being said, just dealing with Yahweh Shai and the disciples, all right? The disciples were out fishing, and they couldn't catch them, but when they were coming back to the shore, they saw Yahweh Shai on the shore, all right? And he told them to cast their net to the right side of the ship, and they pulled in a whole heap of fish, all right? And after they did that, then they went and ate. So St. John 21:15, so when they had dined, all right, or ate, Yahweh Shai said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? All right, so do you love Yahweh Shai more than your occupation and whatever personal business that you got going on in your life? He said unto him, yeah, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my lamb. So after they had gotten done eating, this is spiritual. When they had dined, all right, what did he tell Peter to do? To go and feed his lambs, all right, and feed his sheep. He told him that 3 times. 3 times, all right? So once you have eaten and dined by spiritually digesting this food, okay, eating this roll, then you are to go out and feed the Lord's lambs, all right? Feed his sheep by teaching. That is a chain of command. Commit the same thou to faithful men that may be able to teach others also. So this is what's going to solidify your spot on a chariot, doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and not putting your stock into a dream. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I just want to go through that real quick. Lord willing, you edify. Until next time, I say shalom.